So my name is Kieran and this is Dave.
Hey.
And we're here today at LemonClothing and we're going to have a little chat. A little chat about things. So first of all, Dave.
Oh, I'm Dave Giles, I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm aged 29, originally from Essex and now I live in West London. Is that enough for you?
London, greatest city in the world, would you agree?
I do agree.
It is.
Remember that time we hosted the Olympics?
Yeah, I do remember. Me and you hosted the Olympics.
That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was great.
So, Dave, you're a singer-songwriter, but you've been in bands before.
Mm-hmm.
How does, what do you prefer? How does being a soloist compare to being? Because I'm in a band myself, and I could not imagine being a soloist.
You're in a band?
I am.
Didn't know that. It is different. The main thing is you've got no one to argue with.
Right. About
like musical direction or like where we're going to record, or it's like if I want to do something, I do it.
It's all up to you.
Yes, and although that means there's a lot more work because it's all on me. Like so, in terms of, well, you do the Twitter today or you do the YouTube today when you're in a band, whereas when it's just you, it's just you. But I don't have to answer to anyone, so it does mean you make a few more mistakes, I suppose. But yeah, I don't like being told what to do. So.
When you're out on the road and stuff, is it a bit more lonely, do you find, or like?
No, because very rarely you're really on your own. Like when you do your living room tours, you are, but it's quite nice. You know, you drive around, you listen to music, and
there's no arguing who's
no, exactly. I get to choose what gets played, and happy days.
So you mentioned about living room tours. What is a living room tour?
Living room tour is where I go around to people's houses.
This is sort of a Dave Giles invention. I've never seen anyone really do it.
I'm sure plenty of other people have done it, and a lot more people are doing it now. About 7 years ago, no, when was 2007? 8 years ago, when I was in my old band, me and the singer we were always asking people, you know, like you're always saying, oh, come out to see us, come out to see us. And I was like, what if we do it the other way around and say, we'll come to you.
Right.
And that's where it came from. So it's like if you ask us or ask me, I'll come and play in your house, and like for you and your friends in your living room. And it's all very intimate and lovely, just acoustic guitar, and
yes.
you talk about shit and get to know everyone a bit better. It's nice because you get to know people who then come to your gigs, and that's where it's quite nice. It's, people become more than just their Twitter handle. You get a connection with the person. So when you do these living room tours, you I think I just dribbled. I didn't. Carry on.
Look at these. We're sitting on these chairs at the moment. At any moment now.
I'm gonna fall off. The chair's gone.
Get the legs of Dave's chair.
This was like this before I sat on it. For the record, I've got a bit of holiday weight on at the moment, but.
So you say Twitter to Facebook, so you've got a good relationship with the fans. For an artist to go to a fan's house, perform in their living room, I think that's pretty cool. I think if my favourite band wanted to come and play them, if they would come and play in my living room, I'd be over the moon. I'd love it, and it's something that not many people do. So you've got that connection, that good relationship.
Yeah, I think it's good for an act like me because I'm very few people's favourites. So therefore, I offer something that their favourite band doesn't. Right. So therefore, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I'd really struggle getting my stuff out there, but because I offer something slightly different to other people, then it's a bit more of a novelty, I guess. You've
got Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You're on all of that. How does Bebo? Yeah. You're on all of this on social media, and you've got that. You get out there and you do all these. Very good at getting your music out there. Like I remember you used to fly shows back in the day. You would go out and you'd play to the cues, acoustic guitar to the cues.
Yeah. I haven't done that in ages actually.
No, I don't think many people do it now, but you used to do it back in the day, so did we. How has social media helped you grow as an artist? Well, how are things different now than when you...
Same with you, we wouldn't be able to do this without social media.
Right.
Like, because before social media, before there was a way people were discovering music outside of the internet, the only way was if you got played on the radio, and the only way you got played on the radio was if you had a major record deal. Well, there's no way the kind of music I would do very rarely would I be able to get a major record deal. Like, I wouldn't be able to do my own music if it wasn't for the internet. But so it's wonderful for that because I've got access to the world, and I only need to find a few thousand that will like it in order to make it sustainable. So that's a really cool thing. However, because the flip side of that is that every band, anyone who's ever picked up a guitar, is trying to get you to listen to them, as opposed to it just being a select few and you have to choose who you liked. It's now everyone who plays. It's like, listen to me. So Twitter is just, and Facebook is just full of bands trying to show you shit, and therefore it's hard to kind of break through the noise because it's just everyone's doing it.
You said something interesting to me just before Christmas. You said you was fed up of feeling like you were a salesman, not rather than a musician.
Yeah, well, there's a massive element of that. I'm trying to just readdress the balance. You end up, like, you plan a tour, and it's the way we self-promote our tours in terms of booking the venues, or you used to, booking the venues yourself and all that kind of stuff. You're always looking at your spreadsheets thinking, shit, I need to sell another 15 or 100 tickets or whatever many it is to break even or whatever. So you're always messaging people or tweeting people, and although it's a little bit conversational, there's an element of it which is, I need you to buy a ticket for my tour because otherwise I'm fucked. Yeah. And as I was spending so much time on that, I very rarely play guitar anymore, very rarely, and it was just like, this is, why did I become a singer-songwriter? Was it because I wanted to sit social networking all the time, or was it because I wanted to be a musician? And I wanted to be a musician, so actually I'm going to take a bit of a hit and not earn as much money, but
find the love again and do
it again.
Do what it's all about.
And hopefully write better songs which will cut through better anyway, rather than just giving out stuff that I'm doing quickly because I don't have much time. So that's the general idea. I don't know. There's no rules in this, is there?
No rules.
No rules.
You're writing songs. How do you do it? How do you go about writing songs?
Different every time. Sometimes it's a lyrical idea, sometimes it's a musical idea, and then you just find the other one. But I guess the general theme is
because you're on your own. You don't have a band to bounce off. How's that?
No, and that's where it's slightly harder. I mean, I do a lot of co-writing as a result of that, just because it's nice, especially if you're in a writer's block period where you just like, you're writing the same thing over and over again. You're like, someone take me out of this trap, and you just co-write.
A little jam with a mate.
Yeah, exactly. But on the whole, I like to have a story or an idea I want to sing about, and I'll write down prose and a long thing about exactly what it is, the story is, blah blah blah, and then I'll come up with a little guitar thing and a melody, and then I'll try and get couplets from within this story and think, okay, well that's a cool idea, how can I say that more poetically? And then I try and piece it together that way. Lyrics for me are the hardest part.
Well, yeah, I love your lyrics. You've got a very unique way of lyrics. You're like, say it how it is. You chat and you say in your last EP, the Taylor Swift EP, talk us through that. How did that come about? Because that's very honest and very...
I got dumped on New Year's Eve.
True story?
True story. She'd slept with someone else the day before. And,
but you say straight in the song, and you literally say them words. You slept with someone else on New Year's.
Well, yeah. Well, this first song is called "Why'd You Have to Sleep with Someone Else." You kind of know where it's going to go when the song is called that. But yeah, there's a song on my album called "There's No Need for Metaphors Anymore," and that was the reason that became the title, and the theme for the song was that I was in the studio on my second EP and I was singing something, and the bass player just turned around and God, you don't beat around the bush, do you? No need for metaphors when you're around. And it became a kind of theme. Actually, I just say it as it is, and I do like using the metaphor. Everyone likes a little
Everyone loves a
cheeky metaphor.
Cheeky metaphor.
You know, so you get a load of like traditionally middle-class white men singing songs about how shit their life is. I never wanted to be that.
No.
So even though it was an EP about a breakup, I wanted to have a bit of tongue-in-cheek and a bit of kind of like a ha ha ha.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I dress up as Taylor Swift on the front cover and in the music video, then it's kind of
Taylor Swift with the beard. So.
Yeah, it was kind of like a bit more cheeky and a little bit more kind of, oh yeah, there's Dave. Although he's had a shit time, he's still taking the piss, like, because that's kind of what I'm like. So.
Yeah, exactly. And your tongue's going yellow. What have you been looking, mate?
Kit.
So you say these songs emotional, they've got a story behind them, it's all like, it was pretty sad at the time, I imagine you can hear it in the songs. How does it feel playing them songs every night on tour? Does it bring up old feelings? Is it sad playing them, or
Joe, is
it a release? Or
it's weird because some nights you remember it and some nights you don't. Like the first few times you play it, it's really hard. And then it becomes a little bit easier, but there's still every now and then you'll play a song and you'll just start thinking about it, like, and you'll be like, oh fuck, yeah, and it's quite hard. And it's also, when there's always an element when you're performing emotional songs, even if you play them 200 times, you have to perform it as if you are feeling it.
Yeah, that's
even,
real,
even if you're not necessarily at the time thinking, I really miss my ex-girlfriend. Because otherwise it's not believable if you're just standing there going, no, I wish she was back, and you just were smiling.
Yeah,
I guess it wouldn't work. So in order to sell the performance, you've got to get into the character of the song. So
Dave, you've played countries all across the world. You've played shows everywhere. You've done a lot of stuff. What's the difference between playing in England and anywhere else?
Not much.
Not much difference.
I don't think it's the same.
Well, you played the other side, Australia. And
yeah, but I think it's no different from playing in Newcastle compared to playing in Portsmouth.
Right.
It's really weird how from one night to and even then you could play 2 shows in Newcastle in 2 different days and it'd be completely different. Whoever's in the room adds a different vibe to the. In my opinion, adds a different vibe. Like that's how I see it anyway. Like I don't know if it's different with you guys because you're in a band. Like it's a bit more mental elsewhere, but because of what I'm doing. No, I'm not a good looking guy or anything like that, so...
I think you're drop dead gorgeous, Dave.
Thank you, thank you. But because, like, I don't get idolised by teenage girls and stuff like that, so I'm never going to walk into a room and be like, ah! Like, that's not the kind of thing I will ever get. So, therefore, I don't, you know, it's just if people want to connect. What was really interesting when I went to Australia, the first gig I did there was really interesting. I was playing a song, first song, and I was really nervous because like, I wonder how they're going to get it. Like, most people don't like English people, and I'm very English, so it's like, are they going to get it? And between each line, they responded. Like, after every line,
really?
you'd hear a laugh, or you'd sometimes applause after a line. It was like line by line, and I was like, this is really odd. Like, they're really into it. It's like, even more so than they were over here. So, I don't know, maybe in some regards, because you are a foreigner, you're more interesting to the people in another country. But on the whole, I think it's
pretty much not much difference. What, little bit of a Fonzie question now. What 3 things would you take on a desert island?
Kit tanning. My hands are like blue.
Yeah. Hands blue, tongue yellow.
The Blue Man Group, because they're very funny.
You're going to take Kit Tanton and the Blue Man Group.
The Kit Tanton for cuddles, the Blue Man Group for entertainment, and a cow for steak.
I've never ever heard anyone answer that. It's the most nuts answer. No guitar, no.
Well, you can make instruments, can't you?
Yeah,
exactly. Get some shells, tap them together.
Good enough. What's coming next? What's 2015 saying for Dave Giles?
I really don't know at the moment.
It's exciting though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
anything's
great.
in it.
So I've got a living room tour I'm doing in February. If anyone's interested, get in contact.
How did they do that?
Send me an email.
Send him an email.
Send me an email, or send me a tweet.
And he'll come and play in your living room.
So I'm doing that in the middle of February, and then it's just mainly writing. I want to write a lot more songs this year and just see what happens. Just
take it as it is.
Yeah, like not put myself under any pressure. Just write, get playing the game.
That's it.
Have some fun.
Nice one, mate.
Lollipops.
Well, we've had a lovely chat, Dave.
Blue hand. I'm confused about this blue hand. Does that come from the lollipop?
No idea. How have you got blue hand?
Does that come from these things? They're everywhere.
There's balls everywhere.
There are balls everywhere. And on that note, oh, the chair's gone. Yes, the chair. Yes. On that note, I think we should say goodbye. Thank you for LemonClothing for having me.
Thanks, Dave. You're the tallest man ever. It's been emotional.
I don't need you to tell me that I'll be fine, 'cause there's a great big world in front of me, and there's so much I've yet to see. Though I may not ever be the same, give me time and I'll be fine.